just take a moment and think about this expectation that we have, especially the academic expectation. Where is this coming from? Why are we living those kind of lives? Why are our societies operating this way with this huge expectation on everybody to perform, perform, perform? There's pressure, pressure, and there's very little mind given to creating the harmony as you're explaining it.
I think, Sinta, there is a lot that needs to change in terms of how we perceive a healthy life.
Mm.
We're still very stuck in this idea that all jobs need to be 9 to 5. And while that may work very well for some people, it doesn't work well for every type of person. I'm not a huge fan of the word neurodivergent, but it is used to describe people that are not neurotypical. And a lot of those people actually benefit from flexible hours because they work with their creativity, not a timeline. It's also the expectation, unfortunately, in South Africa, our school system is very heavy content based, not concept based, which means that there's a lot more work that needs to be covered rather than looking at problem solving, critical thinking, and developing conceptual knowledge, which then the children can actually take and apply to content that they are interested in or would like to learn more about. So there are a lot of things in our actual lifestyle, our system, our job lives, our work, our passions, even, we look at things and people seem to think I can only do my hobbies in the evenings and I can only do my hobbies over the weekends. Instead of trying to look at it, well, if I'm tired and frustrated at work, maybe taking an hour off to go to the gym is actually better because I'll come back and I will be refreshed. My brain will be recharged. And I think for me, that this is a huge societal issue that needs to be looked at. It needs to be reconsidered. My great concern, though, especially when it comes to children, and I think a lot of parents miss this, is that your workday is usually Monday to Friday or even maybe Monday to Saturday. The expectation that children are required to work Monday to Sunday because you're asking them to study over the weekends, you're asking them to do homework over the weekends, you're asking them to do it 7 days a week, you're asking them to attend school for 8 hours roughly, then come home and still do homework. Your work day does not entail that. So the expectation that we are putting on children, I think, is very unrealistic. In my process, when I work with the learners that come to me, and we do a lot of educational wellness, and I explain to parents, is that it's about the quality. And your child needs a day off just as much as you do.
Yes.
They really, really do. And I always say to the kids, you need to pick one day, either Saturday or Sunday, and that's your day off. Go do your hobbies. Go be with your friends. Chill at home. Spend time with the family. But don't look at work. Don't be involved with work. You need your time. And I feel that this is a message that most parents really need to hear and understand. You don't work 7 days a week. Even if you work for yourself, we will say to ourselves, you know what, I'm taking this morning off. I'm taking a breather. The expectation that your child must go to school 5 days a week, be at school for 6 to 8 hours, come home, do homework and study, you're asking them to dedicate 10 to 12 hours of their day to school. And then you're asking them over the weekend to dedicate another further 4 to 8 hours for both days. This is a very unrealistic expectation. And to realize that for parents, I think, is quite hard because we see it as, well, if they don't do it, they're not going to perform academically.
Yes.
And the reality is, and I'm seeing it more and more, is the children who actually have their day off, who have proper structure in their studies and are really having harmony in their life, they're performing better.